Hello everybody and welcome back to Rusty Acres. Hopefully you're doing very well today. So we're over here at the field grass field. Sadly we aren't going to be working in this field today, but it will be very soon. The reason why I'm really looking forward to this field in particular is because I have never done the field grass before. And instead of just mowing it with a mower, we are going to actually harvest it with a harvester. So yeah, it's going to be great because we're going to also have two products out of it. I believe we're going to have the seed and also the swath which is left behind at the back of the machine, which I would imagine would be just grass. Haven't looked into it fully. I will do, so don't worry about that. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting. But for today, we're actually going to be working in this block of land here. Now you might think from this page we're actually wanting to clear field number 8, but no, number 7 is the field we need to clear. Number 8 has already been cut. It's clover, it's regrown. We might even keep it, but if we do, it means that the whole block needs to be clover. Number 7 is the corn, so we're going to be doing corn. We just have to wait for it to be ready. It shouldn't be too long. It's very close. So we can prepare things. What we're going to need is a tractor. We're actually going to replace the Lamborghinis today. Bit of a shame, but it is nice to also have a new tractor. We already have the lorry here, just by chance. That was great. That's one job sorted. There we go. We do have some weeds in here, so that's going to affect the yield a bit. And yes, we're going to be putting this into the pit. It's not going to be a huge amount. I don't seem to have... Well, I do. I've got a combine there. Good. Yes, it's going to be like nothing. It's going to look like nothing in here. But it's going to be something, and the cows will appreciate it. Speaking of cows, it looks bad. It's not as bad as it looks. It's not too bad at all, actually. But we'll just keep giving them food whenever we get it. We have 15,881 litres to sell of milk, so that's going to be good. Right, so we better get that shifted. We have a baler currently parked in the way. We'll use the Lamborghini, and then we'll head over to the store, and we'll replace it. It's going to be replaced with a Fent, which I know in some ways is a bit of a shame because it is a nice tractor. This, at least it appears a nice tractor. I can't see what it's like in real life. I have no idea. Whoa! Was that a pallet I got stuck on? But yes, I'm going to go for a Fent. It's going to be nice. If I was playing this without doing a video, I would probably go for a Matty Ferguson. But it's nice to have a bit of variety. Okay. So this will be used again. I shouldn't have done that. We now have a conveyor belt inside it. Go away, conveyor belt. There we go. We just need to free up enough space to be able to reverse into there. Okay. And yeah, we'll be coming back to the tractor later, when we're joining the fields together. Technically we don't have to harvest the field to join them together, but I am going to. We'll be renting a forager, which I know is a bit annoying because they're not cheap and it's not a very big piece of land, but we're still going to do it. Pop it in the trigger, repair it first, and we'll sell it. There we go. I don't know if it's going to be worth leasing the tractor. It probably is more cost effective because when they get so expensive, it can just be hard to pay so much money out in one go. But let's just see what the options are. The tractor I have chosen is this one here. It is more expensive, but it's high horsepower. We don't have to go for the highest spec. It's 916, 920, 924, 926, and the 930. We can always customize it as we go, so in the future we could put a different engine in it. So maybe we could start off with, let's just see, there's quite a substantial price difference between the 926 and the 930. Having said that, we would ideally want 300 horsepower. I think leasing it, I really do. Just look at the difference. £291,000 or 14,861, plus the daily and hourly fees. It's still not going to be cheap, but I think it's going to be better, because then we can also change it in the future. Easily. Right, so, work lights. Yep, we'll have the extra work lights. I always think it looks better with those central top ones. Without, it looks a bit weird. Like there's something missing. Well, there really is. As for the front, it would be good to have, yeah, a front attacher. Mud guards, always good to have mud guards. Ooh. Forest superstructure. That actually doesn't look bad. I love the mesh grill that we have over the grill on the front of the bonnet. Don't want that getting dented. We have precious radiators inside. Well, we mustn't go too crazy here. Let's just say yes. Mudguard, yes. And I think that's going to be okay. We don't need to do anything else here. Standard is fine. Okay. 15, but just over 15,000. Lease. And that gives us plenty of money to play with. So now for the next big lease. Just here, next big rental. We need to go into the forage harvesters. We're going to have to stay as cheap as possible here. This looks cheap. Well, it's not cheap. It looks good. That came out completely wrong. No, it looks good. The price looks cheap. I'm always digging myself a hole. Yeah, no point customizing this too much. It's not going to be worth it, since we're just going to be keeping it for a very short period of time. And I think that is what we need. So that's perfect. Expensive though. Crikey. Extremely expensive. We'll come back for the fen later. Would be nice to see it first though, wouldn't it? Lovely. The 930. Beacons. Lights. Interior view. Oh, very nice. Yeah, very well done. I've only ever been in a fen once in real life. It was like a computer on wheels, but I'm sure once you get used to it, they're pretty easy. Better turn my beacons off. Right, yeah, it's a big setup. Now to do this, I will probably use either follow me or the worker. Do I have? I don't think I've. No, I've not switched courseplay on. So we'll have to go without for now. But courseplay is very good. Ah, right on time. It's ready. I think a worker would work. It's just the trees. Yes, maybe follow me, just to begin with. If it's good, if it goes well with follow me, we'll stick with it. Pretty sure I did put follow me on. And it's going to be an issue offsetting, since we have trees to the left as well, and we don't want to be driving in the crop. So just to begin with, it's going to have to go directly behind us. Hopefully that's in range. Don't want to miss something here. Okay, I couldn't get it to be quite close enough, so I've put it on a worker, and I think it's going to work okay. Certainly once the headland's been removed, if we can get it removed, there'll be no issues. There's a tree, and yes, I have got the placeable with the GPS for the workers. See, that's the thing about trees, they're really nice things, but then they can get in the way. No way you're going. Come here. I'll do this myself. Should be in range. Yep. Good. Okay. In fact, I'm just going to remove the headland and then things will be easy. It's working! Don't know why it didn't work before then. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is it's working now. So yeah, once we've gone round, we can start to go up and down. Really hope it's going to work okay. Doesn't really bother me about the lurching, the lorry lurching. As long as it goes in, doesn't matter. And I think it's probably going to be fairly easy to say that it's all going to fit. That is a big trailer. If it doesn't all fit, then we're doing very well. Yes, if it doesn't fit, then I'd be very impressed. Very happy. We could do with it. Almost out of range. For some reason it wouldn't fill the trailer anymore. Probably because it's put so much in at the back. Have had that issue before, but it didn't really matter. Because it still fills it so much that it's a decent load. Just go and tip. So yeah, the first 50,000 litres. It's not bad. There we go. We're getting much more than I thought we would do. Impressive. If you're wondering where I put the GPS station, it's just around the corner. Just there. The red brick building. Hopefully, it's now going to work. Yep. Brilliant. So I'll probably have to do the same thing again when it gets to about 50,000 litres. Go and empty it, but it really doesn't matter because, like I said, 50,000 litres is still more than quite a lot of trailers. Just not utilising all the space. Full load. I think the reason why it's worked this time is because I've been the driver of the lorry, so I can always adjust my speed to fill it evenly. Whereas before, it was just constantly putting it into the back. So it's 80,000 litres. Wow. Let's get it tipped. I think this load can go into the back corner there, left corner. We don't have that much more to come off the field. How much do we have? Yeah, it should be all of this load on this side and then the final load on the right hand side. Should be good. Don't want to go too far forwards because it all spills out when you start compacting it. Okay, let's finish. Straight off. Yeah, so there's going to be less here. Maybe 30% of a trailer. 40 if we're lucky. And then I think I'm not going to compact it today. We'll get coarse play tomorrow to compact it, because that's quite a bit of going backwards and forwards. We will start to fell the trees on the field boundaries. Because, yeah, these three are all connecting. Don't know which crop it's going to be yet. We do have clover as we've already established. We could put clover in these 2 fields. I'll put a link down below for a vote. Choose a crop, but whatever wins will be what every single field here has, because it's going to be just one big field. So if it's not clover, which I doubt it would be anyway, the clover will be ploughed up, but we'll probably cut it first. Be a bit of a waste if we don't.
Like strangers again. Oh, I know things will never be the same. Like strangers again. Like strangers again. Like strangers again.
Ah, I didn't go for the final piece. I'll do it myself. Yeah, so if you look at the trees on the margins, they're not really the type of trees in this game which are easily cut up. They're not the spruce trees or the pine trees. So we might be better off just hiding these with the object hider, which is a fantastic mod. Used it many times now. I don't have it enabled, but we can very simply switch it on. As for the forager, yeah, it should be returned. There we go. So yes, we'll just go and tip this and we'll come back and attempt to cut a tree down. I think it will be able to be cut down, but it's going to be tricky. It's probably going to be very awkward. Lots of little bits, awkward shapes. It would be a shame not to get the money for it, but if it's going to mean really messing about and leaving bits, it's not really worth it. Right, so yeah, I did say back right corner. Just here. And yeah, it's just done so much better than I thought it would do. It's been a very impressive harvest. I thought there'd be a little pile at the bottom of the pit like I've had before. But no, we have a really good amount. Just let that come down. 171,111 litres. That is great. I couldn't have really asked for better for that field. So, money well spent with the forager. Just turn the engine off here. So if we do go ahead with this, we're going to have to bring the telehandler across, and in fact, I'm going to have to buy a chainsaw first. I thought I had one. Pretty much one of the first things I ever buy on a series. Oh, it's not even going to cut. Oh, it is going to. You can prune the branches, but it looks like the main trunk can't be cut. So in which case we'll just hide them. That'd be the best thing to do. Then it'd just be simple. Just cultivate these grass margins. We'll keep these trees here because they're a bit denser. Okay, ready for some magic? Amazing. Not every object is actually compatible, I don't think. It does say that on the mod hub page, but everything I've ever tried so far has been compatible, so it's obviously a very good mod. It does cover a lot of different things. I think I might keep that tree. Seems to blend in well with those. It's just these ones. And again, with this mod, you can actually bring them back again. Even more magic. So if we ever decide to split the fields again, which I'm sure we won't do, we can just add these trees back in. Very nice. So now the Fent. The moment we've been waiting for. Here it is. I brought it back earlier. We should have a cultivator. Yeah, it's a pretty big cultivator. And then next time, I'm hoping to actually do the field grass next time, but we'll see. We'll also have to do the cultivating in the field. So I have that cultivator and I have that cultivator. There's quite a few. I think I'll go for this one. Might be the more appropriate one, although I think, yeah, either. Really doesn't matter too much. Oh, that's a point. Do we have to do any kind of field analysis? Because it is creating a new field. I guess we can do that when we come to cultivate the rest of the fields. Should be able to overlap. Right, do I have the mod which allows you to create fields? Yep, with a cultivator, that's good. Perfect width. Is that going to be just right? It looks like it is going to be. We can tidy things up at the end. Look at that. Made to measure. Although, really, there is a slither to the left which needs to be done. Put a nice curve on. There we go. It's going to look a bit weird before we cultivate the other fields. But the idea is there. Good. And yeah, just go back to the beginning to tidy things up there and we'll be done. I didn't think it'd be so fast. It's because we've just been able to remove the trees at the click of a button, but it was the best way. I think that's good enough. Doesn't matter too much about a bit of spillage. Yeah, that's good. That looks fine. We'll run down here. Got a few missed bits anyway. Actually, I think it's where I drove in the field. Drove into the crop, which was silly. Okay, that's good. Put a nice curve on over here as well. Makes it easier for the combine. And we're done. Until, of course, we come to cultivate the entire field. So we'll just go up into the air, get an aerial shot. The trees are still there, look at that. The trees return. Yeah, if we stay low, we'll be fine. So that is just going to be so good. One big field. So again, please do check out the vote down below. Vote for the crop which should go into this one big field. And that's what we'll do in a couple of episodes' time. But until then, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.